and hello everyone. So happy to be here with you today. Um, who is Emma? For those of you that I am a new face, I'm working currently with one of the few of the world's largest AI transformations in a point of view of Copilot and agents. My core expertise is in human and innovation-centered AI transformation. So I am not a technical person at all, but working with the best of the best in that dimension as well. Currently, I'm coaching a lot of executives, vice presidents, C-level leaders around Middle East and Africa, which is our region. And I'm also in charge of developing our industry-changing Frontier Firm Live framework to AI transformation with Copilot and agents, Power AI, and other upcoming things within our team. I've worked with Copilot adoptions ever since Copilot was launched, which was November 23. We already had our first service ready back then, and I've been delivering a lot across Finland and Europe. But I jumped into our totally new Sulava MEA, which is an independent company working in the Middle East and Africa region. So I am more than happy to actually jump into this region, which is totally different that we have seen ever before. I've worked in this region for a couple of years, of course, already, but it's going even faster and faster every day. Other things about me, I'm a mom and a music lover. So if there are any other people loving metal music, I feel you. Okay, and I work for Sulava, like said already. For this session, I would like it to be as interactive as possible. So a little expectation management here. I'm not going to show you any demos. I am not going to do any cool stuff that we just saw in the past session. I'm going to tell you what it's required to create AI native nations. I've had the pleasure to work with governments, and I must say that everything that we are going to see and what I'm going to talk to you about today is something that you can repeat with any organization. But when it comes to the nation level, I mean, yes, this is something that we really need to take. And I'm from Finland, so I hope that Finland and Europe is taking the lessons from especially United Arab Emirates and for the other Middle East and Africa region to speed up with the AI transformation. Okay, and as said, at any time you have questions, you want to ask something, please feel free to write in the chat. I'm sure that at the end of the session we have more time to go through those questions as well, but I would love this to be more interactive than only me speaking. Well, this is the headline for today, how to create AI native nations. It's kind of a sensational headline for purpose. Because what I have learned in the past 2 years is that if you want to do sensational things, you need to have balls to put in sensational headlines, not only in presentations like this, but also for your work and what you are doing. So I'm going to walk you through few steps of how to actually create AI native nations, but as well you can mirror it how to do AI native organizations. Before that, I would like to start what is required, and I in the last presentation also heard this. Everything that we all do within AI transformation, it starts with vision. And not only the vision that we set is enough, but that vision must be led. So that's the key, the first thing that we need to have if we are talking about AI native nations. We are talking about Copilot and agents and Power AI and other things. But before we go to any technology, to any tools, this needs to be done. And this is the first thing that is typically lacking in many countries and in many organizations in private sector as well. So if you are just doing something without vision, you don't have measurable outcomes. But when you start with setting up the vision of what you are doing with AI, it's totally a different game. And those organizations are already flying. So it all starts with vision, and the vision must be led. We had the pleasure to meet Jared Spataro from Microsoft. Of course, many of you know this person. And Jared was coaching our Sulava team privately at the end of August this year. Any questions from Jared? And I was interested about how Jared Spataro sees what is required from AI leader, because leaders are in really, really important, crucial role to make this AI transformation happen. And I think I tried to summarize the thing here. It was a lot longer and more complex answer, but the things that Jared actually raised was, again, that leaders need to have a clear vision for their company's future. Without it, they're just groping in the dark. So the same thing that we can already see and what we have seen with about like 400, 500 customers that we've been working with in the past 2 years. And the interesting thing here, when we think about all the like traditional ways to do any transformation or adoption of new technology, is that becoming AI leader actually requires both. You need to be able to do the from bottom up empowering to all employees, but as well you need to have bold top-down initiatives from the top-level decision makers. So you need to be able to do really bold decisions from up to down, as well as at the same time empowering people starting from the really bottom. And one thing that actually really got into me with this speech with Jared was that as an AI leader, what you actually need to do is to inject energy into inertia, into systems, into masses to get things done. So if there is anyone here in this room that is in any leader position, that's what we need to do all. That what is my job as a Chief Innovation Officer, that is my job as a lead AI strategist working with the other C-level leaders in the other companies. So injecting energy into inertia is crucial. And when it comes to AI leaders, how to create AI native nations, we can see this difference already. It has been coming up for a while, but AI era is here. And if you are a leader, you are leading in this era anyway. So there is no decision that, hey, I just skip this AI era. Okay. In the spring 24, there were still leaders that says, yeah, I'm going to wait until AI is ready and then I'm going to do something. But that's not the situation anymore. It's not that bad, but still we can see it. So we can see leaders that are leaders in AI era. They use their AI tools to do some things, but they prefer to wait until it's fully developed and someone shows these people the best use cases that brings the best money into the company. So their curiosity is not there yet. And when it comes to courage, typically these leaders are supporting the policy to like ban AI tools until they have evaluated and created all risk analysis and everything multiple times, which is of course what you need to do. So it's a good thing to do those things, but they are doing it over and over and over again. Typically this happens in Europe. And the collaboration part, which is the third C in the 3C mindset for AI era work that we have been talking about for the past couple of years, is that these leaders typically explore AI tools independently when they have time, and when they have some results, they feel like, nah, they are not good enough to share with others. So I just wait until someone comes here and tells me what to do. So the curiosity part is there, courage is there, collaboration not that much, but still they are leading. Now organizations, the most advanced organizations and the leaders that I'm working with currently, and I'm talking about organizations where we have 20,000 licensed users, 50,000 Copilot chat users, 20,000 people learning how to build agents. So I'm talking about massive adoptions. in those organizations, they have decided that we need to create AI leaders into our organization to drive this adoption. So if we were thinking about earlier, like traditional champions networks, which is a good thing, and we still need those as well, but we have this new thing that we need to create AI leaders who act like this. So these people become AI leaders in AI era. And I can tell you there is massive difference between leader in AI era and between AI leader in AI era. So with these people, the collaboration part is the key. They know that they need to collaborate. They are supporting their people to collaborate. They are understanding that there are different levels like individual productivity and that and business process improving and all of that. They've dedicated their time to share their own outcomes, to lead by example. They are not waiting for someone to do something, but they are actually leading by example the other people, not only champions networks, not only communities, but all the leaders that work in these organizations that have decided to create AI leaders. Everything what they do when they collaborate is based on the other two C's, which is curiosity and courage. So these people know which tools are secure to use. For example, organizations adopting Copilot and agents, these leaders know that it's secure to use M365 Copilot with the company data. And if you don't have license, they have enabled Copilot chat and they have prohibited other tools that are not so secure. So they know the difference of the tools and they can guide their people to use the right tools. And they have the curiosity. They are not only like thinking about outside the box, but throwing away all the boxes and becoming again leaders, leading by example, not doing the similar tasks in the similar way and just adding Copilot there or adding agent there, but cleaning the table and redesigning their work and sharing the results to others. So this is the main difference. And the main question for all the leaders is that do you want to be leader in AI era or become AI leader in AI era? And everything, how to build AI native nations, AI native organizations, everything is based on this. Now, again, then the flow, how to create AI native nations. The first step is really crucial. So I've been seeing a lot of leadership teams lately. I just counted, it was about 42 sessions with C-level people in the past 3 months in MEA region. And typically what we can now see when everyone is speeding up, they are asking, let's just go straight, to show us the tool and then we make decision who gets the license or not. And at the same time, they are asking that they want to become AI native. The first step to actually become AI native is to make sure that those high level, particularly the high level decision makers, are sharing understanding of the AI. I'm pretty sure that in this meeting room, among us, we have a lot of different like understanding what AI means to us. So personally, to me, AI means a lot of different things. It's my mental coach and whatever. I've used it ever since generative AI came to multiple things. But what it means to our organization, what it means to my clients. And the first step to actually start to do anything, to create any AI transformation, to even start to talk about Copilot, different versions of it, talk about agents or Power AI, is to share the understanding of the AI. And typically organizations that are seeing it in a way that I'm showing you here, that AI is not just a tool, but a force to empower people, inspire creativity, and transform the organizations for the better. Typically, organizations where the high-level leadership shares this understanding of AI are moving faster. This is exactly the mindset that those leaders have that are now building, for example, the AI native country called United Arab Emirates. So the step 2 is to create the vision in a highest possible level and the guiding objectives. This is public information from this year, January 25, when United Arab Emirates said that we want UAE to become the world's most prepared country for artificial intelligence. So the leaders of the country said that this is, by the way, what we are going to do. And for that, we need to build national strategy for artificial intelligence. And they give this really, really bold statements like, we will transform. You can see there is no, we try, we are doing risk analysis or something. They say, we will transform the UAE into a world leader in AI by investing in people and industries that are keys to our success. This is what any organization can do and follow the lead of the government of UAE, because this actually tells people, and there is even the time slot. It's by the end of the year 2031 we are here. Okay, now probably a lot of you or some of you are thinking about, yeah, it's easy for them, they have money and it's not democracy, so they can just make decisions like that, which is absolutely true. So this works in a different way in different countries. But what we can learn from this, that any country can actually do this. They can create shared vision like we just see here. They have shared vision and they are saying that they are investing people and industries. They are not even talking about the technology here. They are investing into their people. So the first thing is always to create the vision and of course the guiding objectives under that. Now, when that is done, what happens next is also really crucial when we are creating AI native nations. When you have the strategy and the highest level people have made the decision, you also need to be able to give power to people. So this is what happened in United Arab Emirates this year. Once this thing was launched at the beginning of January, the next thing is that a part of this country, which is the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, said that, okay, now we know what to do. And what we do here to follow that vision is that we build the world's first AI native government across all our digital services by the end of year 2027. So they are following the high level vision for the whole country. And in that country, we have 7 emirates. And one of these emirates is Abu Dhabi, the leading one, the biggest one. So they took the lead. And they have the power to create AI native emirate and city of Abu Dhabi. And they even took 4 years, 4 years of the actual the government level vision. And this is what you do when you give the power to entities or functions or units. They actually start acting towards the vision. So everyone in UAE knows what they need to do. And if you do this to any organization and you give the power to functions, units, business units, this is the vision now, start to act. It already gives them the mindset that we need to actually find the solutions of how to use AI. No one is going to tell that to us. We need to find the solution together with, all the partners and technology people and Microsoft and all of that. So you need to be able to give the power to act towards the vision to right level. And in Abu Dhabi, the Department of Government Enablement is the one entity inside that government that is actually making sure that all the tens, I don't remember, it's probably over 40 entities inside only Abu Dhabi. They decided that everyone here in Abu Dhabi government needs to know what is AI. They need to know the basics. No matter where that entity is, are they still on premise? Did they already did their cloud transformation? Everyone needs to know what is AI. And they even want that everyone knows how to structure strategic, impactful AI use cases. And this is what Jared was speaking. You need to make sure that it comes from a bottom up also. So first we saw the high level top down decision, and then we transform it into this. So this is the bottom up then. You need to ensure that empowering learning happens for everyone. And ever since Copilot came and when agents came, there are all these conversations about who should get the license, who should not get the license. I can even see, unfortunately, some companies that are offering support for Copilot adoption and they don't even use the licensed version by themselves, which is a bit funny. But as you can see, when we go to the different entities and we speak with people, we start with very basics. What is AI? What is generative AI? What is prompting? What is the mindset required? What is responsible AI? Okay, then we can move on to the tools. What is free Copilot chat? What is M365 Copilot? How to build agent? What is agentic AI? And all of that. And this is changing all the time. So now we are talking about already Power AI, which is the next step to integrate Copilot and into Power Platform in a very different way that we have been seeing before. So people who know the basics about things last spring need to be trained again, like pretty soon. But this is the approach that I would love to see more also in other countries. The approach that the UAE government and Abu Dhabi government are doing. They are providing this to everyone. So no matter are you secretary or assistant or high level leader, you still go there and you learn the best things. Because we just started that everyone needs to have the same level understanding of what AI is. And in this government, how they are becoming AI native, they are empowering people to find the solutions by themselves. So when they are coached that, hey, these are your strategic goals for your entity, and now you are finding the problems or bottlenecks for your work or processes or collaboration models, and now you know how to concept and use case with AI, and you can go to your decision makers, and they can then prioritize which of these use cases we are starting to build first, or they can just put them into the different baskets that, okay, this can be done to training people. This can be done by building agents. This can be done with more specific solutions. But people in this kind of AI native nations, it doesn't come from the leadership. It comes from people. So I think that our chairman probably wouldn't know how I would use AI. I wouldn't know how my colleagues would use AI. If my team of strategy and innovation people needs to improve some process, we need to do that by ourselves. If it needs decision from higher level, we need to get the permission or funding or whatever it requires. But there is no other expert to your work than yourself. And the big difference again is here. What I can see is that in Finland, which is my home country, and greetings, by the way, here I am in Finland at the moment, nothing happens. Like in a government level, I feel nothing happens. No like national programs where people could get free. Maybe there is something. Of course, there is always something, but it's not a big thing. It's not in news. It's not like, hey, we want to invest our people or our industries. And of course, again, it's different, but I would love Finland and Europe and other places that are still moving really slow to find some inspirations of these countries that really wants to invest their people to make this transformation happen. Well, then let's go to the next level of this. So it's not only having the vision, giving the power, empowering everyone, but yeah, it's a lot of work. It doesn't happen by itself. And you need to ensure you have measurable goals, really measurable goals under your vision. The adoption of Copilot and agents it's much more than training the actual technology, which is of course part of it, but it's also even more coaching the mindset shift, and it's a lot of work with creative adoption and change management activities to different audiences. So if we create a program where we have, this is an example of 4,000 users, which is like a kind of a small adoption, but still you can already show impact with this amount of users. So first you need to see that, hey, we have 4,000 users, how many power users we want to create. So people who can actually use Copilot and agents and are probably already learning Power AI. And we can see the numbers are really different with the approach when it comes to AI transformation. It was spring 24, again, the first wave of Copilot, when we were all so excited about how good it was, and it was not, but it's better now. And then I was actually doing some tests between clients then in Europe that we build the like traditional champions networks with some tens of people, 30, 40 people in champions network. And then we did similar things to all. So let's say that would be the 1,000 people there. So we pick up a lot more, let's say 20%, 25% of the people at least who arrived in those optional coachings. And the impact, the results, the ROI, the numbers, everything, they were so different that in that case we started to do this, what we typically did with Champions Network. We started to do those things with all. We started to embrace the curiosity and courage and collaboration as part of our trainings or optional coachings to all of them. So when we start to do these things, we can see that there are typically these three groups. We have all users who need to have basic skills using Copilot and agents in daily basis. And when we are talking about this, I would say the good adoption rate is somewhere over 70, 80 at least, even higher with the best organizations. Then we need to decide how many of these people we want to like build to become the power users who know the basics, they know the advanced skills, and they are in daily basis using those. This group of people would be that group of people that also, when Power AI is now coming and all of that, they also kind of become citizen developers more easily. It's even easier than earlier now when we have the large language models there with us. And then the group that needs to be built to create AI native nations and to create AI native organizations is the AI leaders. So it needs to be at least the C-level and VP level. They need to have at least the basic skills. Some of them will have the advanced as well. But they need to have the ability to lead the people in AI transformation. So they need to be coached to understand what all the other peoples are going through. What are they doing? What is happening in their mind? Are they are afraid and excited at the same time and all of that. So those organizations, again, who are giving this possibility to their leaders, they are doing great. Of course, when we are in step 5, we need to create all the rollout plans, all of that. Who is going to have Copilot chat? We always start with AI for all, for everyone. As said, empowering learning needs to happen to everyone. Even those people who don't have access to, let's say, Copilot chat or M365 Copilot, they still need to understand what the AI is. It's happening inside their organization. It's affecting to their work. And if you are trying to hide that from those people who don't have any understanding, it's at least a security risk, I would say. If they are using AI anyway, they are bringing their own AI to work. So why not to teach it to everyone, the responsible usage of AI and all of that. Then we have the people to go through for different courses like M365 Copilot, and then the more advanced when we go to persona-based level, and of course the leaders. Then really important thing here is I'm going to take pen here. These are the 5 elements that we can see that in the second half of 25 needs to happen with every customer that are adopting Copilot and Agent. So they need to have support for the strategy and innovation. They need to have in place good learning programs and very, very supportive adoption and change management activities. These are becoming even more creative, which is nice. So for the biggest customers that I am advising as in a highest level, we are dedicating content creator AI consultants, which means that they are doing all of the fun things with AI. We have a training session, for example, or coaching session. Then we can create podcasts, smart videos, short videos, one-pagers, all of that pretty easily. And we can support different kind of learners through ACM in very different ways with all the activities that we have been used to, because it's much more easier to done than it was earlier. And that's pretty nice because the organizations that are going there, they are already like excited and they want to do all of this. So it's becoming more creative. And adoption and change management is not only in the box of learning, it's of course supporting everything what we do, but we typically put it together here just to make sure that these are the most of the activities to end users, the communications and everything comes from here. Then really important thing is the agentic and Power AI, and Power AI is such a new thing that it's not even, I think no one is yet speaking about it but Microsoft, but we can see that the most advanced customers are already thinking about how to bring AI into the user interfaces that they have built with the Power Platform and Power Apps. So we are not thinking about only agents, it's agentic and Power AI that we need to think, and we are building the programs based on this already. So the AI native nations and AI native organizations need to already think about forward, what is happening tomorrow or next month when they are making decisions for the budget. Of course, we need to make sure that everything from the technology and security perspective are always as it should be. And this delivery management is something that I cannot highlight enough when we do massive adoptions like creating the AI native nations. It needs to be exactly where it should, and everything needs the massive amount of coordination. It's crazy. I can see there is a question. What is your advice for leaders who feel overwhelmed by the pace of AI change? My advice for those leaders would be that you need to get your hands dirty with this. You need to start to find your curiosity for this, because if you are just feeling like I don't want to see this and I don't know what to do. Actually, some leaders, when they don't want to show their organization that they don't know anything about AI, they are secretly having these meetings to talk about AI, and sometimes I'm there facilitating them. So they are also humans. So actually the same things that comes from us goes to them as well. They need to get curious. It all starts with curiosity. When they get curious, they will get the idea. But if they miss the curiosity in personal level, there is not much you can do. That would be my advice. Keep on coming with the questions. Thank you. Okay, step 6 then. What happens when all of this is done? Then just become a frontier firm. And this is a new term that Microsoft launched earlier this year, a few months ago in the Work Trend Index. So this is something, again, back to the vision. You need to make the decision if you want to become a frontier firm or not. And frontier firms are the organizations that embraces AI, and they innovate faster, scale with confidence, create value, and all of that. And those who hesitate to move, they will miss the opportunities ahead. And now I don't know if anyone has been following, I don't have it in my presentation, but we've been seeing in the past couple of weeks this report that year 2026 will be the year when the market for AI is shared. So everyone who wants to take a part of it needs to act now. So for everyone working with the AI transformation, it's no longer doing adoption for certain tool or certain group of people. It's not even about the mind shift anymore only. It's about creating totally new organization. So if you want to become AI native, again, you need to throw away all the boxes and build it from the beginning. And of course, this is huge challenge. The bigger the organization is, but it actually happens. So organizations who have 70,000 people or 120,000 people, they are doing this step by step, building new processes from AI native perspective. It's a lot of work. So this is not something just fun, let's go there and AI comes and like we all know, it's not a magic. But again, this is the new thing, I would say. Even last spring, we didn't think this way, actually. And it's again, somehow underlining the fact that we don't know what happens in AI era and in AI transformation and with the technology. We just need to adapt and we need to be creative all the time. And we can't trust the ways that we typically, for example, created services. So creating services around, for example, creating frontier firms, which is one of my responsibility in my work, it's amazingly inspiring because you need to be able to adapt, let's say, power AI really quickly into this puzzle. So how to create AI native nations? Well, exactly the same way that you are creating any AI native organizations, by leading and by being curious. You need to find the way to actually know what you are doing. And this is even not for the AI transformation, but for everything. And bringing AI for all is the best approach so far that I've ever seen to make this thing happen. So selecting people who we think that they were not supposed to understand what AI is. That kind of a group doesn't exist anymore. So no matter what the industry, no matter what the business is, everyone needs to know what is AI. In schools, they need to know what is AI, which is again one brilliant example from UIE, where it's mandatory. People who the children who go to school, they are starting to learn AI and playing with it from the first grades. So we can only imagine if we don't move forward within these things, where are our future generations? Everyone probably like me are jumping to do things in those places where these things happened with a scale. There is no easy answer, and it's kind of a sensitive topic even between different nations. But because today was all about how to create AI native nations, and with the sensational headlines and everything, I am all about embracing UIA and the MEA region at the moment. Okay, so to wrap up, this is the thing. When I started with the conversation with Jared, the first thing that you need to do when you want to build AI native organization, when you want to build AI native nation, is that you need to create AI leaders. AI leaders are people who inject energy into inertia. And whoever holds the vision holds the energy. And injecting energy into inertia creates AI leaders. And AI leaders build frontier firms, and frontier firms shape the world, and shaping the world creates new visions. So this is how the circle goes. And maybe the final question, if you want to create AI native organization, you want to create AI native nation, the question to start with is, do you have the vision? Do you really have the vision, and are people following it? I would be more than happy to take any questions at this point.